My small flower, whom I personally groomed, announced her relationship with my husband. It took me 3 years to turn Chloe, an unknown talent, into an A-list celebrity. Then, during a reality show set, she was filmed emerging disheveled from a luxury trailer. Announced their relationship to clear her name immediately. I pulled an all-nighter to prepare her PR strategy. That evening she posted on Twitter, "It's official, legally recognized." The post featured sweet wedding photos. Netizens showered them with blessings, but I stared at the photo, a chill running down my spine. The man embracing her was my husband of 4 years. Before we continue, please subscribe to this channel and tell us where you're listening from in the comments. In the live stream, Chloe blushed. "It was all Marcus's idea," she purred playfully. "He said a couple should have some fun." They instantly exploded. "Only the heir to Vance is worthy of our Chloe." I watched the RV scandal video 3 times. Marcus posted on Twitter, "So sweet." I trembled and opened. The cufflinks of the man embracing her in that official announcement photo were ones I had personally fastened for him this very morning. The scrolled by frantically. The followed the rhythm, opening Twitter for everyone to see. The uproar was immense. It even caused Twitter to crash for a few minutes. Marcus posted, "Apologies for taking up public attention. I've always liked Chloe, at Chloe." They exclaimed, and the subsequent conversation was lively and engaging. Chloe was equally cooperative, shyly revealing a few sweet little anecdotes about Marcus and herself from time to time. Everything went according to the plan I had arranged for Chloe. Her fan base even grew by millions during this scandal. It was nothing short of perfect. My looked at me. After a moment of hesitation, she spoke, "Grace, Mr. Marcus, I put down my phone. I felt a sudden catch in her breath. I smiled and waved her away. "You can go now, I need a mom. And alone." She, wanting to say more. She looked at my expression, but didn't utter a word of advice. She knew about my marital relationship with Marcus. Before, she often looked at me with envy. "Grace, how are you so amazing to find such a wonderful husband?" This time, she probably couldn't find any words to console me either. After all, even I couldn't imagine how to possibly excuse Marcus for something like this. Marcus returned at night, dusty and weary from travel. He tossed his car keys in the entryway, loosening his tie. "Honey, I'm going on a business trip tomorrow. You'll be home alone. If anything happens, call Leo. I'll be back soon." Seeing I didn't respond, he casually dropped his tie on the floor. "Grace, why aren't you saying anything?" I looked up at him. "Business trip? Too?" He frowned. "What's wrong? Are you upset?" I couldn't help but sneer. Should I be happy that my husband married a new lover, Marcus? Marcus paused, then chuckled softly. "Angry? Jealous? Don't be mad." He put his arm around my shoulders, coaxing softly. "I was just helping her out because she's a junior colleague. Just a show for appearances. Once this storm blows over, no one will remember. Okay?" I stared at him intently, saying nothing. The atmosphere in the room solidified for a long time. Marcus frowned, a hint of displeasure in his eyes. "Grace, stop acting like this." His voice held a subtle warning, as if another word from me would be baseless gossip, an unreasonable fuss. It was useless to argue, so I stopped. I turned and walked away. Closing the bedroom door, I shut him out. Suddenly, a loud bang came from outside. It sounded like a chair had been kicked over. His voice was furious. "Isn't Chloe your artist too?" After a long silence, the bedroom door was knocked on. His voice was very close. "Grace, I don't want to argue with you. Don't be overreacting. I was just helping her out this one time." In the darkness, I took off my wedding ring. My voice was barely a whisper. "Marcus, let's get a divorce." The sound from outside paused. Finally, a sigh. "Grace, stop acting like this, okay? Divorce isn't something to be said lightly. Chloe's a young woman, she can't do anything by herself if she's divorced. Why are you holding a grudge against her?" It was ridiculous that Marcus still thought I was competing with Chloe. He didn't see any fault in himself. I didn't want to say another word to him. Through the door, I heard Marcus's phone ring. He walked away a bit to answer it. Vaguely, I could hear his gentle tone. "Just wait a little longer, I'll be back soon." Impulsively, I dialed Chloe's number. Sure enough, it was on the phone. Marcus hung up and came back. He patiently spoke from outside the door. "Grace, calm down. Let's talk about it when I get back. In the meantime, don't make a scene, okay?" Footsteps receded. I tossed and turned in the bedroom, unable to sleep. Just before 1 in the morning, a soft click of a door closing echoed in the hallway. I instinctively looked out the window. Downstairs, This taillights flashed, and it sped away. Before dawn. Chloe her Twitter. The background was white bedsheets, two hands clasped tightly. Giving and receiving love, happening at the same time, for in the early morning, netizens rushed to push the hashtag to the trending topic. Chloe reigns supreme. I saw Mr. Marcus at a meeting in Lakefield this afternoon, and now he's pursuing love in Ocean View after waking up. Help! Even my dog, Lucky, wants to eat this bowl of PDAs. Is this never ending? Why is Chloe on the trending topic every day? Can't she live without publicity stunts? The replies below this comment were full of vicious comments from Chloe's fans. Mai's call came through. Hesitantly. Grace, are you awake? Did you see Chloe's tweet? Isn't that too much is as bad as not enough? If things get this messy, will our agency still try to get her a Golden Awards nomination? It was indeed too much. I had her make the announcement to clear her name of the severe impact of the RV scandal, but she tweeted again in the early morning right after posting last night. So frequently, the media would seize the opportunity to criticize her for attention-grabbing, publicity stunt. The stellar had always been strict about artists' public image. Chloe was digging her own grave. On the way to the company, I indeed received a call from the organizers. Their tone was very displeased, directly stating that if such an artist won an award, the prestige of the Golden Awards would drop several notches in the future. I apologized politely, stating that I would resolve the issue as soon as possible. As soon as the call ended, another call came in. When I answered, it was Chloe's tearful voice. Grace, the organizers suddenly informed me that they're canceling my nomination. Are you upset? Mr. Marcus and I really have nothing going on. I also didn't expect Mr. Marcus to do so much for me. But I really want to go to the Golden Awards. Grace, please don't be angry, okay? I pulled my car over. From the other end of the line, Marcus's voice came through again. Grace, this has nothing to do with Chloe. Taking your anger out on others is a matter of character for you. The voice on the other end softened, as if someone had covered the microphone. Chloe spoke cautiously, trying to conceal something only makes it more obvious. Grace, Mr. Marcus and I didn't do anything. Behind me, a car honked, reminding me that I was blocking traffic. I took a deep breath, gritting my teeth. In this industry, you two are the first to make me feel disgusted. Tell to come back and divorce me first if he wants to stand up for you, or I'll sue for bigamy. After hanging up, I suddenly felt drained. Someone knocked on my car window. A handsome man's face smiled. Ms. Jeong, car trouble? Need help? 5 that year. Marcus and I got together just like that. During college, it was my thesis defense. I was about to go on stage when my period started. My white dress was stained, and there was no way to hide it. I was next, and there was no time to go back to the dorm room to change. I was breaking out in a cold sweat by the bathroom door. Marcus appeared at that moment. He handed me his jacket. Ms. Jeong, are you in trouble? Do you need help? People in distress are extra grateful for a helping hand. I was no exception. Marcus barely had to pursue me. We just got together. When we first started dating, I met Chloe once. Shy and timid, she greeted people with her head down. It was hard not to feel a little sorry for such a junior colleague. After she signed, I allocated resources to her. With the industry's backing, Chloe became more and more beautiful and confident. So confident that she would provoke me, knowing full well he was a married man. 6. I didn't expect that Alex tapping on my car window would be captured by the paparazzi and posted online. Soon, Chloe's trending topic was overshadowed. Everyone was guessing which woman Alex was tapping on the car door for. The photos taken by the paparazzi were very artful. Alex had his arm resting on my car window frame, bending down, blocking my full face. The pose looked extremely ambiguous, but I didn't care. Alex wasn't my artist. An emergency meeting was called to discuss how to resolve Chloe's negative impact this time. Marcus. Once, twice, 3 times. I hung up. He simply sent me a text message instead, in writing. Grace, is that you on the trending topic? What's going on with you and Alex? I was away on a business trip for 1 day, and you couldn't wait to find another celebrity? Are you getting revenge on me? Aren't you disgusting? The screen was projected. Suddenly, the conference room was silent. Everyone's eyes were fixed on my face. My expression remained unchanged. I slowly replied, What? Did you just get off your junior's bed? I heard a gasp in the conference room. I closed my laptop, and the meet. ING continued. My buzzed. Upon opening it, Chloe's voice message popped up. Grace, you're really too much. Mr. Marcus is so good, how can you still think about other men? I replied to her. Have you forgotten who pays your salary? The message app showed the other person typing. After a long while, she didn't reply. I tapped on the conference table. Everyone's attention turned to me. As for her PR, let's not trouble everyone anymore. Starting today, we'll heavily promote another rising star from our agency. As for Chloe, what if she wants to take the notorious route to fame? 7 soon. The Stellar announced this year's nomination list. Without a doubt, Chloe was excluded. Marcus found my agency. His voice was cold over the phone. Come down, let's talk. I stood up from upstairs and looked down. It was parked steadily downstairs, completely different from when it sped away last night. My voice was calm. Are you here to discuss the asset division for the divorce? I've already commissioned an appraisal center. The results aren't out yet. Let's talk after they are. Marcus paused. His voice sharpened. Are you serious? Why? Because of Chloe, or is it you and Alex? I hung up before he could finish. When there's no point in talking, save your breath. There's no need to waste limited time on irrelevant people. 8 after work. Marcus was still at the entrance of the building. The ground on the driver's seat was littered with cigarette butts. Seeing me, he quickly got out of the car. He hadn't changed clothes, and his stubble was noticeable. Grace, let's talk. I looked up at him. Talk about what? Your RV scandal with Chloe? Or your late-night visit, flaunting your affection in bed? I took a step back from him. Marcus, I find you disgusting. He froze for a moment. He reached out and grabbed my arm. Grace, I know you're upset. But divorce isn't something to say lightly. My business trip to Ocean View and helping her was just a convenience. Chloe and I are calm. Completely innocent, I swear. Aren't you making a mountain out of a molehill by creating such a fuss? Fine, Marcus. I brushed his hand away, looking him in the eye. Then make an official announcement now. Publish your marriage certificate, and let the whole world know you're a married man. He hesitated, a hint of anger in his expression. Chloe is also your artist. If I announce it now, have you thought about what Chloe will face? I couldn't help but retort. Of course I haven't thought as much as you, the legally recognized one. Marcus's face darkened. He stared at me through gritted teeth for a long time, then sneered. Divorce, huh? Fine, Grace, you said it. He strode quickly, slamming the Maybach door shut with a bang. 9 that day. I didn't return to our shared home with Marcus. Suffering from insomnia, I was just drifting off when the phone rang. It was Ethan, Marcus's childhood friend. The calls got more and more anxious after I answered. Grace, please come pick up Marcus. He's drunk, and he won't listen to me. Marcus's rambling voice came through. Don't call her, she's taking advantage. As if I'm in the wrong for calling her. I was wide awake. I cleared my throat. You have the wrong number. Your Grace is Chloe. With that, I hung up. And blocked Ethan's and Marcus's contacts. Not long after, an unknown number called again. I answered, barely suppressing my anger. Marcus, slurring, Grace, where are you? Why aren't you home? Arguing is one thing, but you're a woman, you can't stay out all night. I hung up immediately. This number also went into the blacklist. I thought about it. Then I sent a do disturb message in the work group. Phone on do disturb. I needed a good night's sleep. Nothing should disturb me. 10 I slept until noon. And indeed, I felt refreshed. After turning on her phone, things were completely different from what I expected. There were very few work-related messages. But, sent me a text message. Grace, Mr. Marcus drank so Yuck for you that he's suffering from stomach bleeding. Don't you feel any pity? She sent me a photo of Marcus lying in the hospital bed. She was leaning next to him, her small hand holding his. As if they were enduring hardships together. I know Grace is very busy, so I asked for leave from the production team. I will take care of him constantly. Grace, please rest assured. I smiled. I couldn't even bother to save her words and the photo as evidence anymore. I started to reflect for the first time. How did a woman with so little common sense slowly devour my life? 11 after was hospitalized. Our relationship entered a cold period. We met again at the Golden Awards ceremony. Surprisingly, even though Chloe was not on the official nomination list, her card was placed next to Marcus in the front row at the awards ceremony. When I encountered them, she was clinging to Marcus's arm, almost plastered to him. Seeing me, she nervously let go of his hand, a little annoyed. Grace, please don't mind. Marcus frowned, then grabbed her arm back. Don't worry, with me here, no one can bully you. Chloe cautiously looked at me. Grace. I smiled at her. You must be exhausted, you've used all your acting skills for this moment. If you could act this naturally in your usual dramas, you wouldn't need Mr. Marcus to spend money to get you in here. Chloe's eyes reddened, and she lowered her head, sweetly vulnerable. A frown creased his face. Pick a better time to be jealous, Grace. My patience ran out, and I turned directly. Marcus caught up in a few steps. Grace, as long as you stop acting like this, I promise you, I'll keep my distance from Chloe from now on, okay? From the corner of my eye, I saw Chloe stomping her foot anxiously. I pointed behind him. Mr. Marcus, your date is getting anxious. He refused to give up, staring at me persistently. A man walked towards me, smiling. Extending his hand to me. Ms. Jiang, I apologize for being late. I extended my hand. And waiting for you. Marcus was stunned. Alex? Grace, are you really doing this? His voice was not quiet. All the spotlights in the venue turned to us, facing the media cameras. Chloe instinctively smiled, reaching out to link arms with a scowling Marcus. She waved a hand, signaling everyone to take their seats. Marcus me a text message. Grace, don't be so petty. If you just nod, Chloe won't get today's award. My gaze turned towards Marcus. He saw me. His eyes lit up. I smiled at him, silently saying, in your dreams. Marcus's face instantly darkened. And so, among many veteran actors, the Best Actress award was announced. The winner was Chloe. She cried on stage. Her eyes red, as if unintentionally. I thought I was going to be blacklisted, but I didn't expect heaven would not let down those who work hard. She covered her mouth at the appropriate moment, her eyes wide, as if she had said something she shouldn't have. The camera operators who knew what they were doing, all pointed their cameras at me. In front of the media, I smiled and applauded. 12 I had no reason not to let those who dug their own graves suffer the consequences. The ceremony ended. Marcus was waiting early at the entrance. Seeing me emerge, he blocked my path. Come home with me. Chloe was wearing his jacket. Standing not far away, sweetly vulnerable. Grace, Mr. Marcus is sick, and you didn't even go. He's so pathetic. Please don't be mad at him anymore. Today you even brought another man as your date. She bit her lip, hesitated, wanting to say more. How can you expect Mr. Marcus to believe there's nothing going on between you two? I smiled. So you two knew. My face suddenly turned cold. You knew and you still did it? And after you're done, you come here complaining to me? Chloe's face instantly went white, her eyes red. Marcus, without thinking, shielded her behind him. Why are you yelling at her? What said? What was wrong with it? Did you consider my feelings when you were pulling on other men? A slap landed. Marcus's head snapped to the side. Chloe gasped, then lunged towards Marcus. Grace, how could you hit him? 13 I shook my tingling palm. The division is finalized. I'll sign the agreement and send it to you. Mr. Marcus, please don't bring your mistress here to disgust me. Don't think everyone is like you two, who love to find trouble outside of marriage. His gaze flickered, and his previously enraged expression softened. Grace, I know you're not that kind of woman. I upset you this time, and I apologize, okay? Let's go home and live a good life. My gaze swept over Chloe, who was holding her breath, her small face flushed. Suddenly, I felt a little ridiculous. Marcus, your idea of living a good life involves using our marital assets to register a new entertainment company for another woman? Marcus's face changed, and he uncomfortably shifted his gaze. After a moment of silence, he grabbed my arm, speaking earnestly. Chloe has it tough. Even if you're angry, there's no need to target her and cancel all her appearances and nominations. Grace, I'm making amends for your mistake. 14 A cold wind blew. Suddenly, it started to rain. I stared at Marcus's face, and suddenly, the past 4 years felt meaningless. Truly. Chloe gasped softly, taking off his jacket and holding it in her arms, her face full of anxiety. Mr. Marcus, your jacket will get wet. He turned to look, his expression softening. Grace, Chloe truly means no harm. She's so careful even with a jacket. I frowned, feeling disgusted deep down. Suddenly, a warmth spread across my exposed shoulder. I turned back to see. Alex smiled, his gaze passing over me to Marcus and Chloe. Mr. Marcus, congratulations to Mrs. G on winning Best Actress. Marcus's face instantly darkened. He grabbed my wrist. My wife is not. Marcus. Chloe interrupted him, her voice pleading. I saw Marcus immediately shut his mouth, his tense face looking like he'd eaten summit. Hing foul. I pulled my hand free from his. I smiled faintly. Mr. Marcus, you're capable enough to register an entertainment company for your lady. I wonder when Chloe will terminate her contract with the agency? Marcus's face flushed then paled, too embarrassed to speak. Chloe bit her lip, sweetly vulnerable. I didn't mean that. I just didn't want to be blacklisted. I sneered. When did I say I was going to blacklist you? She stammered, Grace. All my appearances were cut, and the drama I was supposed to star in was transferred by the company. That's enough, Chloe, I interrupted her. Are you really so unaware of your own mistakes? Maliciously using Marcus's popularity for hype, hinting at mistreatment from your former agency when you just received an award at the Golden Awards. My speaking pace slowed. Are you truly unaware? The RV scandal video you caused showed both your faces? Both the male and female leads' faces were there. Chloe didn't react. But's face suddenly changed. I didn't waste any more time with them and walked straight past. Your contract period isn't over yet. You can terminate it, but you too should prepare the liquidated damages. Grace! Marcus called out sharply. When I looked back, his face was furious. Do I still need to teach you what you should and shouldn't do, even though you're married? I couldn't help but laugh. Alex is different, he means no harm, he even put such an expensive jacket on me. At that moment, Marcus's expression was absolutely priceless. Alex's assistant drove the car over. It was a luxury trailer. When the car stopped, I got in first. Not forgetting to turn back and instruct, when you terminate the contract, sign the agreement as well. Also, her liquidated damages are not considered marital assets. Marcus instinctively took a step to chase. However, the car door closed before he could. The space was sealed off. Vaguely, I seemed to hear angry shouts from outside the car window. 15 inside the Lux Yuri trailer, the temperature was comfortable. My rang at an inconvenient time. After rejecting it, it rang repeatedly. Chloe's number. At this point, I didn't think it would be Chloe herself calling me. The man beside me glanced over. I put my phone on do disturb mode and rubbed my temples. Thanks for your help this time. Alex chuckled. I'm honored to be of assistance, Ms. Jiang. He lightly traced his chin with his finger, though I didn't expect Mr. Marcus to appreciate her worth. He looked at me, meaningfully. There weren't many secrets in this industry. Although my marital status with Marcus had never been publicly disclosed, it wasn't deliberately kept secret either. It wasn't surprising that he could guess my marital status. I turned my face away, looking out the window. You've seen me at my worst. 16 Chloe arrived at the company the next day, wearing killer heels, looking incredibly impatient. My rushed over to me. Grace, are you really letting her terminate the contract? I nodded. Tell entertainment to compensate for the liquidated damages. Heartfelt. Chloe. Marcus's entertainment company was named this. As if he hadn't disgusted me enough. I acknowledged and went to handle it. Within minutes, someone pushed open my office door. Upon entering, he scanned me up and down. Marcus's eyes were dark, as if he hadn't slept all night. He watched me for a long time, then subtly sighed in relief. Grace, I'm here. I took out the agreement from the drawer. Sign it, Mr. Marcus. Pay close attention to the asset division section here. Since you committed adultery during the marriage, I'll take 60%, and you 40%. Do you have any objections? Marcus didn't even glance at the agreement on the table. Instead, he stared intently at me. Grace, registering the entertainment company was Chloe's request. She also chose the name. He paused, looking at me hopefully. Let's not get a divorce. Just nod, and I won't sign her, okay? There was no one else in the office. Arcus, who was always so arrogant, softened his tone. My heart is all yours. I only found out you left with another man yesterday. I really can't accept it, Grace. Let's make up. I laughed. I pointed to Chloe by the door, who looked like she'd been struck by lightning. Your little mistress just heard all that. It has nothing to do with me. Marcus turned around. Ridiculously, both of them panicked for a moment. The next moment, Chloe's eyes reddened first. Mr. Marcus. Her tears streamed down her face. She stomped her foot and ran out, sobbing. Marcus instinctively raised his foot to chase. Stop. I called out to him. Marcus turned back, his expression conflicted. Grace. I pushed the agreement, sign it before you go. His gaze was pleading. I sneered, Mr. Marcus, if you're unwilling to sign, I'll have no choice but to sue for bigamy. He wouldn't move. I called my lawyer in front of him. Marcus gritted his teeth. Do you really have to divorce me? I'm trying to make amends, can't you see that? Grace, do you have no heart? I continued speaking into the phone. Please draft another lawsuit for bigamy. Marcus's eyes blazed with fury. He snatched the pen and signed in front of me. Finally, he stared at me. Grace, you'll regret this. My gaze swept over his signature. Finally, I couldn't help but say, idiot. 17 County's office. After completing the procedures, there was still a month to wait. Marcus left, his face livid. The car engine roared loudly. Standing at the entrance, I dialed my assistant. Chloe, the suppressed buzz no longer needs to be suppressed. Contact the media and release what I gave you last time. Mai's voice was clearly excited. Okay, Grace, I'll do it right away. 18 Without the suppression of capital. Information about Chloe quickly spread everywhere. The Stellar had significant prestige. Many veteran actors were present. But the award was taken by an unnominated actress with terribly poor acting skills. Netizens simply didn't believe it was a nomination error by the show. They all retweeted that evening, the word rigged. And something even more explosive. I posted my marriage certificate and divorce settlement all over the internet. Suddenly, the entire network erupted in hot discussions. Oh my goodness, what an earth-shattering scandal. The industry's doting husband Mr. Marcus wasn't doting on his own wife. What does this mean? Chloe knowingly being a third party and still posting on Twitter to flaunt her affection. Is she desperate for fame? What if baby Chloe was unaware? Baby was also kept in the dark, otherwise how could she have posted on Twitter? Get out of here above. What's going on? I just went home to peel some corn, and there's such a huge scandal in this industry? I knew it. Chloe has no acting skills, no talent, why would she win an award? Turns out it's a capitalist pampering his sugar baby, how boring. Clown, pity for the golden awards for 1 minute. I read a few comments, then turned off my phone. Chloe was no longer my artist. There was no need to cover for her anymore, right? By the time Marcus reacted, it was already too late. His number was on my blacklist, so he could only send messages. Grace, was it necessary to go to such extremes? I was in a good mood, so I replied this time, feeling bad? The other party remained silent for a long time. In the evening, I heard the latest news from Vance. Marcus all objections and signed Chloe. I smiled, then turned around and sold all my shares in Vance. I am a businesswoman. I don't deal with losing money or investments with no future. 19 Someone knocked on my door at my new address that night. Thinking it was takeout, I opened the door. Who knew Marcus was standing at the door, his eyes pleading. Grace, I've settled Chloe. It's not expensive to support her, I just need to give her some resources from time to time, and she won't bother us anymore. Grace, you are my only wife. He spoke passionately. But I slammed the door shut in disgust. He grunted, his thigh caught in the doorframe. I looked at him coldly. What, Mr. Marcus, you've opened an entertainment company, and now you're acting in a pathetic drama yourself? Marcus's expression was bewildered. I've already handled Chloe's matter, she won't provoke you anymore. Let's go home, okay? He looked pitiful. The whole house is filled with your presence. Without you, I don't even want to face home. I was wrong before, but I've handled everything now. He was full of assurances. I pushed the door with my hand, but couldn't close it. A man's voice came from inside the house. Grace, what's wrong? Seeing Marcus's face changed. He stared at me intensely, panting. Did you two sleep together? Why is he at your place? Didn't you say you wouldn't find trouble outside of marriage? I frowned. What does that have to do with you? The delivery guy's loud voice came through. Hello, M Group Delivery. Alex took the seafood feast, seizing the opportunity to slam the door shut with a bang. Outside the door, Marcus pounded and yelled in frustration. Alex shrugged at me, he seems to have lost it. I hope I didn't cause any misunderstanding for you. I handed him the script, don't mind him. This property, IP, is the hottest for the second half of the year, and the lead is our new popular rising star. My beside me nodded, this star is Grace's new protege, and before the release, we can guarantee she'll have plenty of popularity. 20 in the morning. I pulled back the curtains and shouted. Is that Mr. Marcus? I saw him standing there all last night. Downstairs, sure enough, was a man's desolate figure. He looked utterly pathetic. I pulled the curtains closed. Irrelevant person. Leaving home. 3 people were in the car. Marcus precisely blocked the driveway. His eyes were bloodshot from a sleepless night. Grace, did you let him stay over? I didn't respond, and he continued to speak to himself. I know you. Getting revenge on me, I know I was wrong. I've broken up with Chloe, and you break up with him too, okay? He was truly ridiculous. I watched his performance indifferently. Marcus's lips trembled slightly as he approached the driver's seat. Grace? I looked up at him, you can't even accept the possibility of me being with another man. So why do you think I'd forgive you for messing around so much with Chloe? RV intimacy, late night visits. Do you really think I didn't see you on top of her? Marcus's face turned ashen in an instant. He looked incredulous. You. I smiled softly. Chloe probably didn't tell you. Every luxury trailer I provide for my artists is connected to the company's onboard cameras. So, I watched your entire X-rated performance. Marcus's expression turned to horror. You really? Yes, I nodded. I wasn't bluffing. His expression immediately sank in despair. So, can you give me another chance? What do you think, Marcus? He seemed to deflate all at once, offering me a bitter smile. I really haven't had any contact with Chloe since I got back. The day I went to Ocean View, I was on a business trip, and somehow I drank too much. When I sobered up, a bunch of people had cornered me in the luxury trailer. I waved my hand, cutting him off. Enough. I don't want to hear about your disgusting escapades. With that, I started the car. The car pulled away. Alex suddenly poked his head out, smiling faintly. Thanks, Mr. Marcus. I've always been a man of character. I only pursue single women when I'm single myself. In the rearview mirror, I could see Marcus's face darken. I sped up the car. The man's figure grew smaller and smaller. Sam sked. Mr. Marcus was just left behind like that, huh? I stirred slightly at his words, glancing at the man in the passenger seat. Men and relationships only slow down my money-making. 30 days passed quickly. During this time, with Alex's cooperation, the studio launched another rising star. Recently, the two of them were appearing on a reality show. The hype was intense. Money flowed continuously into my pockets. When we met at the county's office, Marcus had lost a lot of weight. He looked hollow inside his clothes. He wasn't giving up. He still wouldn't stop trying to persuade me to change my mind. But I wasn't stupid. I wasn't willing to turn back and make the same mistake again. Despite his relentless pursuit, I still got the divorce certificate. Coming out of the county's office, a slender woman approached. Her eyes lit up. Marcus, is it finally done? I couldn't help but move away from the two of them. To my surprise, Marcus frowned and moved even further away than I did. What are you doing here? Chloe looked lost. I just wanted to pick you up. The man snapped angrily. I told you, after we signed the agreement, we were over. What are you still doing here? Chloe bit her lip. But I wanted to tell you, my period is late this month. Marcus lunged forward and clapped a hand over her mouth. I smiled, backing away. It's fine, you two carry on. Chloe probably didn't know. Ever since I sold off shares at a low price, Marcus had stubbornly gone ahead and founded an entertainment company, signing failed artists. Many of Vance key executives felt Marcus lacked business acumen and chose to leave. Currently, Vance was going downhill. Even if she managed to climb to the top, her glory would likely be short-lived. But what did any of that have to do with me? 22 After the reality show wrapped up, the newly promoted rising star received many new opportunities. She even secured an endorsement for the next collection of a haute couture brand. The rising star returned to the company to share the good news with me. She mysteriously handed me a gift box. It's a gift from Senior. He asked me to bring it to you during the reality show filming. My assistant followed. Grace, I think Alex feels something special for you. I pushed open the gift box. I too. Renette and messaged Alex on WhatsApp. Thanks for the gift. How much is it? I'll transfer the money to you. He quickly replied, ? We're just friends, it's better not to mix money into it. Long after I sent that, Alex replied with a bitter voice message. Grace, you really don't give a guy any breaks, do you? I silently put down my phone. I tallied up the earnings that had come in today. After a while, I replied to him. So, either you sign with my studio? He replied, . Exactly, Alex. Money or feelings, which do you choose? He didn't hesitate. I choose money. Across the screens, we both smiled simultaneously. This way, it was perfect.